Hey guys, welcome back to Obsessed with Videos for another update. This time it's a multimedia update and it's quite a substantial one this time, as I've got 2 DVDs, 3 standard Blu-Rays, one of them is a 3-disc box set and the other 2 are standalone Blu-Rays, and 1 4K Blu-Ray. So in this update I've got 6 items in total to show. So let's get started with the DVDs. And the first one is a film that I saw in the cinema back in March of this year, which is 80 for Brady. This is a Paramount release, distributed by Elevation Sales. And there's the disc itself. I've noticed that Paramount has changed the disc artwork on this release, where they've made the background light grey instead of clear, and they've made all the writing white instead of black. And they've also coloured in the age ratings, which is something they've done already on some of their recent releases anyway. Starting from when the new certificates were introduced back in 2020. So the disc artwork that Paramount's used for this and some of their recent releases, from what I've seen from, I think this year, the disc artwork is more reminiscent to what Paramount used to do on their releases from 2006 up until either 2009 or 2010, rather than the clear disc artwork that they started using from around 2010 up until possibly this year. And I've even seen some of the disc artwork that they've been doing on their recent Blu-Rays, where the background has been blue, in a similar vein to what recent Warner Brothers and Disney releases have been on Blu-ray. Although they've been doing that kind of artwork those companies have been doing that kind of artwork for quite a while. And I've also noticed that with the disc artwork here, it's a little bit similar to what Warner Brothers sometimes do, where the certificates are smooth, but the rest of the disc artwork is a little bit harder, and you know what I mean. A little bit more bumpy and stuff, and beveled, if you know what I mean. And the other DVD I've got is A Man Called Otto from Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. And there's the disc itself. And now onto the standard Blu-rays. I'll start off with the box set, which is the Halloween trilogy, the recent one, which is the sequel trilogy to the original 1978 Halloween film, in which this trilogy box set includes the 2018 Halloween, which is kind of a soft reboot / direct sequel to the original 1978 film. And the box set also has Halloween Kills from 2021 and Halloween Ends from 2022. This is a release from Universal, distributed by Warner Brothers. I think this is one of the last Universal Warner Brothers releases to come in one of these normal cases, the thicker cases, because around this time they were starting to phase out these cases in favour of the new thinner cases that were used on releases like Black Adam, which actually came out on the same day as Halloween Ends and this Halloween trilogy box set, as well as some of Warner Brothers' other releases around that time, like Don't Worry Darling, which I got Don't Worry Darling on Blu-ray and Black Adam on 4K in a previous update, the one I did back in May, which was on May 16th, I think it was. Anyway, this trilogy is also produced by Universal, but it's also co-produced by Trancast International, the original owners of the Halloween franchise, as well as Miramax Films and Blumhouse Productions. There's the disc for 2018 Halloween, which this was released on Blu-ray on February 25th, 2019. Halloween Kills, which was released on Blu-ray on January 17th, 2022. And finally, Halloween Ends, which came out on Blu-ray, as I've mentioned, on January 16th, 2023. And now onto the standalone standard Blu-rays, in which the first one is Lyle Lyle Crocodile from Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. And there's the disc itself. And the final standard Blu-ray for this update is What's Love Got to Do With It? From Studio Canal, distributed by Elevation Sales. And there's the Blu-ray disc itself, and also an advert for the Studio Canal newsletter called In the Picture, which you can sign up to now, although I'm not going to bother doing it. One of the reasons I got this film on Blu-ray was as a tribute to the late great Tina Turner, whose song has the, in which this film is named after one of her songs that she did. And unfortunately, Tina Turner died back in May, so I decided to buy this around that time as a little bit of a tribute to her. So rest in peace, Tina Turner. Now with the standard Blu-rays out of the way, it's time for the grand finale of this update, the 4K Blu-ray, the one 4K Blu-ray that I've got in this update, which actually is another film that I saw at the cinema back in March of this year, and it's 65, starring Adam Driver and from the writers of A Quiet Place. This is another release from Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. I've noticed that I've got quite a lot of Sony releases in this update that I've just shown you, and it's like have one in this update in every format, because Man Called Otto was on DVD and Lyle Lyle Crocodile was on Blu-ray, and now 65 is on 4K. So there's the 4K disc, and there's the standard Blu-ray disc. So that concludes this update, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. See you later!